Okay.
Or do you want to wait there and make
We
sure
should
they
wait
show
for
up?
them.
Okay. I'll check it and meet you at the end at Stead Mill Road.
They might be right at the end now.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Did you get anything?
No, not yet. We got one more to check. But the east line's still a question mark. We haven't got in contact with the other crew, so 1/3 of the line's still, potential. So.
Well, at least we got one.
Yep. We're not gone.
Something to look at.
You want to put your finger in there?
No, thanks.
Laying eggs are available.
Yep.
Oh, great. Yeah, what a beauty. He sure is. Oh, they're cute. I like them. So is this how you guys normally do it? You run into it?
Yep, we run in and...
Why do you run in?
Excitement and efficiency.
But you are excited?
Oh, absolutely.
And what's your first name again?
My name's Dan.
Now, how are you associated with this, Dan?
They brought me, I volunteer my efforts, but I come in mostly to trap. I'm a trapper and...
You're a trapper. So you help them get the beaver?
Get the traps out.
Actually,
the bear traps, set the snares.
Oh,
the bear snares.
but you trap beaver and whatever?
Yep, trap beaver, and we've all contributed that way.
Yeah. And why would you use beaver as bait?
Most wild carnivores, or all of them actually, attracted to beaver meat. Beaver meat is fairly sweet and it's oily. It doesn't dry up as quick, so when you hang it on the tree, it lasts a lot longer. You hang a moose leg up and it dries out real quick and it doesn't smell as long.
I see. And what about humans eating beaver?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love
delicious.
Beaver. Yeah, I have a bunch of it in the freezer right now. It's delicious meat.
Plenty of beaver around? Are you finding any problems?
Yeah, they're having problems. The state's having problems right now. They've opened the beaver season up, so it's over 6 months long.
Oh,
because
really?
there's just so many beaver around. It's the biggest thing is that their conflict with people is the biggest problem, I guess. Other than that, there's no problem. But
we got one to play with it. We got one when you get counting. Two man. Right.
These people here on ATVs we waited for like 20 minutes for you guys at the end of the road.
Yep.
And then they were like, they seem really interested.
Okay. Well,
could they tag along or
well, if they
why don't you talk to
down
them?
there,
Yeah.
How we doing? The only bear we caught today is way down on the Stead Mill Road, almost in the township 28. How many miles is that? On the Stead Mill Road from here, probably 12. Once we get down the Stead Mill Road. You guys put it this way, you're welcome to catch along. We can't wait up for you, but you're welcome to try to get down there. I don't know the trails down to where we're going. I can show you on the map and try to hope that we get there, that you get there before we're done.
Alright.
I'd like to be able to show you. We like to include people from the public, but yeah, well, I'd like to be able to teach you guys something hopefully, but we do need to get that bear handled. So I'll show you the name of the road. You probably know the trails better how to get down there anyway. I'll grab the map for you right where it is.
Right. Did you see the Slayer bear?
Yeah, it's good. 180, 200 pound man.
Male?
Yeah, new bear. He's still acts like a cub. He's rolling around, rolls on his head.
Awesome.
Doesn't want anything to do with you, but he's big. He's like bigger than the psycho bear that we had, the 180. I think. Either that or he's real prime. He's similar to psycho.
The ranger traps were all dug up, like obliterated but not set off.
Yeah, like coyotes.
Are these people gonna go?
They're gonna try to catch up.
Yeah.
We haven't checked blood yet either. So.
Oh, I was just down there looking for you guys, but I didn't check it. Alex, do you want me to check that or?
You want to? I will. You want?
You were first, so go ahead.
This is what I call a maggot migration. It's a unique phenomenon. When the maggots are working this moose rib cage and they ran out of food to eat, they just take off en masse, and you can see the trail of them that leads along here, and we'll follow it. Goes continuously all the way up to this big stump where there's a big pile up of them, and they hit vertical walls and try to figure out exactly where they want to go. I don't know what the reasoning for it is. It's just unique.
No, you hang tight. Okay. All right. Everyone's ready? We'll see you in 10 minutes or so.
The guys were telling me how much you love bears.
Yeah, they're right. I think about bears every day of my life.
Where does that come from?
Well, you know, my whole professional career has centered around bears.
Did it start when you were a kid, or?
Well, I had a fascination with all wildlife as a kid, and as I got older, I actually got the opportunity to start working with bears, and then I became even more interested in them. They're a very interesting animal anyway, but it's I think they're fascinating, and I've been fortunate to be able to work my whole professional career with black bears. So. And when you work with them every day, day in, day out, for weeks at a time, then you have a little more interest and appreciation than the average person would have.
So what's your job then? Do you actually work for the state?
Yep, I actually work for the state. Yep.
And what would your title be?
I always tell people I'm a wildlife biologist, and that's pretty generic, but I work with a mammal group, and in this capacity right now I'm the field crew leader. So I'm in charge of all the field operations of the bear study. And,
Now what's the bear study for?
well, it's a long-term monitoring project, and mostly we are keeping our finger on the pulse of the bear population through these studies. Try to wrap it up in a nutshell. It's these bears that we have radio collared in this study area will be representing all bears in the state of Maine that are living in similar habitat across eastern Maine, down East Maine. And so if they're producing a lot of cubs here in this study area, then we're assuming that other bears living in the same type of food conditions, same type of habitat, are also producing a lot of cubs. And so if the cubs are surviving well, then again we're assuming that that's happening across this type of habitat in down East Maine. So these bears are representing all the bears that live east of the Penobscot, a certain distance from the coast. So it's a fairly big segment of our population that we've never before this year had a good handle on. And they have blueberries available to them here. They have bristly sarsaparilla, a lot of soft mass that they don't have in our other study areas. But our bears in our other study areas are also representing bears that are living in similar habitat conditions to that. This is a combination of two drugs. It'll take about 10 minutes for it to work, but it will put the bear to sleep. I'm going to have Dana guide you in to the edge of the circle opposite me, and try to put you on the sunny side, and then you'll see me inject the drug with this pole. When I put it together, it'll be 8 feet long, and then we'll have to leave and come back out here and wait for the bear to go to sleep.
Because that would just antagonize him having us
He wouldn't go to sleep. It's almost like allowing him to fall asleep, because if we're still at present and he can see us there as a danger, he's looking at us as all these people. He's looking at us as potentially there to kill him, because humans are something to be feared, and there's nothing he fears more than humans, and more than one humans. Two humans are twice as scary as one human, and so forth. But so we have to leave, because he'll fight the drug. As he starts to fall asleep, he'll snap himself awake and keep up. If we leave and get out of his sight, he'll go to sleep well. That's very important. We'll move everybody in, and I'll tell you guys where you can stand. Most of the locations, the relocations that we get are being done by airplane, and with the same type of receiver and antennas, and they can fly over the area. And we have 24 bears on the air right now, and we can find all 24 of those in about a 2-hour period with the airplane, and then we can mark where they are on photos or maps, and it gives us a good head start for finding the dens.